Good morning to everybody. How you doing? Hope all's well. Keep up the beautiful work. Today is Sunday morning. Be'ezrat Hashem Yitbarach. Parashat Vayeshev. We are continuing the holy words of the Mishnah Yomit. We are in Masechet Bechorot Perek Gimal. Mishnah Bet Geula Bayom. The Geula will come bo Bayom. We hope today. Be'ezrat Hashem Yitbarach. Rabban Shimon ben Gamliel Omer. Halokeach behema menika min hanochri. If somebody takes a cow, a baby calf that is nursing from a mother, eno choshesh shema bena shel acheret haya. Our Mishnah in a nutshell is saying that babies don't switch mothers that are nursing. Meaning to say, as we'll see now, if it's a Bechor baby, if it's a Bechor mother, and there's a baby nursing, a mother meaning that never gave birth, and there's a baby nursing, that means it's her baby. We don't assume they mix and match by switching off. Nichnas letoch edro v'ra'at hamavkirot menikot ve'she'ena mavkirot menikot. If you see mothers that never gave birth before nursing and mothers that did give birth in the past nursing. Eno hoshesh shema bena shel zo ba'lo etzel zo, shema bena shel zo ba'lo etzel zo. We don't assume that they're switching mothers, etc. And then we won't know, is this the firstborn? Is it not the firstborn? So if we see a cow that we know for sure she never gave birth before, and we see a calf nursing from her, we know that that baby is the Bechor, etc. And we don't assume, like we said, that this switcheroonies. Mishnah Gimal, Rabbi Yosef ben Meshulam Omer. We know that a Bechor animal, you're not allowed to have benefit from it, and therefore you're not allowed to shear its wool as well to use, or the skins to use for yourself. However, that's before slaughtering. After slaughtering, the law changes. So now the rabbis came along and said no plucking hairs, because you might come to shear off big time. And it's a prohibition from the Chachamim. But let's say he's slaughtering the animal and he has to remove some hairs from its neck in order to make a proper slaughtering. Is that allowed? Hashochet et bechor oseh makom bekofitz mikan umikan v'tolesh hase'ar ubelvad shelo yazizenu memukomo. Number one, even if the slaughtering knife is very thick and you have to remove more, you're allowed to. However, you're only allowed to pluck it out, but leave it tangled in the other hair that's attached to the animal. You can't take it off and just remove it. Now we know a rabbi has to look at a blemish on an animal to see if it's a real blemish or not. And let's say the hairs are covering it, so you are allowed to remove the hair as well from that place. But it's also on condition that you leave it dangling in the hair next to it. You don't remove it from the animal totally. Mishnah Daled, Se'ar Bechor Baal Mum Shenashar. Let's say a person had hair that was shedding from a Bechor Baal Mum. Even though it's a Baal Mum, it's still prohibited, and it fell off by itself. And now he's saving it up, building it up in a little cubby item, and afterwards he slaughters it. Do we say retroactively that by slaughtering it, what came off prior you're allowed to use, or you're not allowed to? So we have a machloket of a machloket, meaning to say there's a double opinion what the machloket really is. Akavya ben Mahalal el Matir, he holds you're allowed to use it. V'chachamim osrim, and the chachamim say you are not allowed to use it. But that's according to Divrei Rabbi Yehuda. That's according to Rabbi Yehuda, who holds that that's the machloket between the two if they slaughtered it. But what if it died by itself? Then most definitely not. However, Rabbi Yosef learns the machloket that Akavya ben Mahalel even allows it if it died without actually being slaughtered by a person. Amar Rabbi Yosef, lo bazeh hetir Akavya. That's not the machloket where Akavya allowed us to have benefit retroactively. Ela b'sa'ar bechor ba'amum shenashar והניחו בחלון, ואחר כך מת. He was saving it up and it died on its own. בזה הקוויה ben mahalel matir. That's even a bigger hidush that you're allowed to use that. וחכמים osrim, and that's what the chachamim prohibit. That means the chachamim probably allow, if it was slaughtered, then you're allowed to do it. So Rabbi Yosef and Rabbi Yehuda have a machloket, what the machloket is between Akavya ben Mahalalel and the chachamim. Hatzemer hamidbuba bilal babechor et shehu nir'eh min hagiza mutar ve'et she'eno nir'eh min hagiza asur. If it came off by itself and it's dangling and it's attached to the hair next to it, are you allowed to use it afterwards? And the answer is it depends. If it's part of what you shear and it looks like it's part of the regular animal, then you're allowed to. But if it's not, then you are not allowed to. That concludes Perek Gimal. Be'ezrat Hashem, tomorrow we will continue Perek Dalet. I hope everyone has the greatest day. Keep up the great work. Good things always. Besorot tovot. Yeshuot v'nehamot.